can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go, D. Let's go.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. Pick up the ball. Hey, bye. Mike 51. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. They complete it to Hill. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines.
Get ready.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mahomes going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Mike. I got him.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Back 25.
Here's Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
Check. Check, check. Check, check.
First down, and it's Hill again. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check, check. Here we go. 51 the mic. 51 the mic. In your face. Hey, Tuesday. Tighten up.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Ready. 51 to Mike. I got 1. 51, go. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. All day.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Mahomes firing complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's third down.
Charlie, that's a line. No gain on this defense, no gain.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds Beckham complete. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
That's another Browns first.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, my God.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They come up first and 10 at the 16. A run for Nick Chubb. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
That's it, baby.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. Now they'll throw with Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, but it'll be second and goal. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? He may try, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Patrick Mahomes with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
20. He's
This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
45 to Mike. Hey, pick your exit. 45, Mike, 45. Hit. Watch the twist. 45's the Mike. I'm scared.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to fire one. He's got him in. Complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now Ryan on first down. Airing it out. Look. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The first play of the second half. A big success, over 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Browns' 18-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, South. 58, come on. 58, come on. Watch the slant.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 14-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Just like that. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Ready, Mike 25.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Justice Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run it again with Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Chubb. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Make these babies cry on the way back home. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Bound to lose one. Hey, 43. 91.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long.
Alert flare. 51, Sam. Gun. Slam. You draw corkers.
Again, they run with Hill. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's get off the field. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Get up.
From the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chain. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Wide, get 21.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. "31 yards there and a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. It'll go as no gain on the play. And now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. 39.
They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Catanzaro's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Yellow, on the line. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll start the drive with Olsen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Muscles him off. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out. We got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
That's trash. Check.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Watch the run. Check. Wait! 20!
Here's Ryan. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Mack Wilson with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all